All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a public service announcement.
What might that be?
School's back in session.
Yeah, it started last week.
Watch your crosswalks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It already started, huh?
Santa Paula last Wednesday.
Whatever happened to summer?
You get like, with summer school and stuff, you get like a 2-week break between summer school and then you start school. So
Wow.
remember the days you got out early June and you didn't have to go back to after September?
I do.
After Labor Day, and it was a real summer.
It was after Labor Day we'd go because everybody did their last vacations on Labor Day.
And everybody had the same schedule.
Yep.
And now, yeah, it's all over the board.
Wow.
Yeah, some school districts started today and in the county, and some started last week, and some don't start until after Labor Day. So yeah, it's
crazy. Well, we will try to unravel this mess right after this.
Good luck.
Rough Edge FM, irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
The art of magic is mystery, majesty, pageantry, and craft. It's also about history, marketing, networking, and more. All of these topics and others are discussed on Magic Talk with your hosts, renowned magician.
What is that? Wow. Our producer really screwed that up.
Holy, that is a first that I've ever done that.
You said you were prepared and ready to go. Apparently not.
Where did that come from?
I have no idea. You control the whole board.
I do. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
All right. We're on the right show.
All right.
Don't adjust that dial.
Rough Edge FM, irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
There's so much going on in your community that even in this age of information, it's tough to keep up. This show will help. It's all about what's new, what's happening, and what's out there. So if you're ready, sit back and listen up, Santa Paula.
All right. I want to know, how long did it take you to realize that it was Magic Talk? That was.
I heard the music and I'm like, wait, dude, he have the new theme song for us or what?
Oh, is that what? Yeah. So you heard it right off
And
the
then I
bat.
saw the picture. I'm like, wait a minute here. You know?
It took me a good 15 seconds to figure it
I
out.
figured out sooner than you did. So. Wow. Well, you just pushed the button and sat back and just waited.
I did.
Yeah. It's like, it's all good.
So let's talk magic.
Wow. Wow.
So,
all right. You good?
I'm good.
You're sweating. Wow.
I'm like all
A
red.
little panicky there.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Well, you know.
This is what happens with early signs of dementia, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, you don't screw up very often. So, you know, maybe.
I know. I think I do pretty much every show.
Yeah, something, but nothing major. This was a major.
Yeah, this was like a big
You haven't done that in a while.
faux pas or whatever you
it's
call it.
called. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You know. All right. Well,
So
you get a pass.
Okay.
It was the beginning of the show, so we. Can
I need a mulligan.
There you go.
I want a mulligan.
So you have to make up with it with some intriguing talk.
All right. So some intriguing talk. Here we go.
Something that's going to inspire us today.
All right. So what's going to inspire us is we need to slow down.
True.
There's like, so I heard a very interesting reel I was watching, and it was about this actor who was offered $9 million to do a movie.
Yeah.
And he turned it down. And so he didn't even read the script because the script was within his genre that he always does, and he wanted to do something different. So he turned it down. So then they came back and they offered him $10 million, and he still turned it down. And they came back and offered him 11.5, and he still turned it down. And then they offered him $14 million, and he said, "Let me see that script." So he read it, but he turned it down. And the commentator, you have froze on a very weird face.
Really?
Yeah, look at your face.
Wow.
Why did you freeze?
My concerned look at you.
I know. It's like, oh, geez.
Yeah.
So we are having a camera issue here. Let me see if I can get you back.
Wow, you just
Not me. That's
You
technology.
are not doing well.
Yeah, that's technology, not me.
Is that what it is? Not operator error?
No.
Okay.
So, anyways, he gets it and he turns it down anyways.
Mhm.
And so the commentator asked him, it's like, why would you leave $14 million on the table?
Yeah.
He said, you're always told you should never leave money on the table. And he said that is exactly the wrong way to go about business.
Mhm.
There are some times when you have to leave the money on the table. Because if you constantly go after the money, you will never focus and do what you're supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
And I heard that and I thought, holy cow. I'm in this mode right now where if somebody pulls out $100 bill, it's like, okay, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to put caulking around the bathroom toilet for $150? Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to go out and mow your lawn for $50? Yeah, I'll go do that. And so you're constantly being distracted and you're never able to accomplish the things that you were meant to accomplish.
Yeah.
Because you're constantly chasing the money.
Mhm.
And his whole motto was that what you should never leave on the table is what makes you happy.
People tend to forget that.
Yeah. So he said, when you start putting money as your priority, then you're never going to succeed because you're going to constantly chase after the money.
Well, I think that's probably true for the majority of us, where money is the motivator,
Yeah.
and it's hard to break that.
Yes.
It really is.
And it honestly, it's hard to be happy without it.
You can't. I mean, really can't. And if you're going to live in certain areas, like if you're in major cities or anywhere, money is what keeps you living a decent life, or however you choose for your life. But yeah, what do you do with no money? Where do you go?
Right.
And be happy, just
Exactly.
yeah. So it's that vicious cycle you go through. Yeah.
Where I go to be happy
Mhm.
is on stage.
Yeah.
That's where I
You're
go.
performing. Mhm.
Yep.
That's true for a lot of
'Cause I
people in that
don't-
industry, right? And
I don't think about money. I don't think about stress. I don't think about anything.
yeah, and it's interesting. It's to get people to do that, and everybody has their places that keeps them happy and grounded and stuff.
Right.
It's usually a calm place you can sit and just relax, whether it's at a lake or whatever. But then there's a lot of people that are performers that in their craft, when they're on stage or doing whatever, that's where they shine.
Right. And it tends to be the thing you do the least amount of.
yeah.
So, but we're in a society like right with the elections coming up and everything like that. I mean, we're in such a weird, doggone, your camera keeps freezing.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, do I need to get closer to the camera or
No.
what is it?
Well, that's not a bad pose right there. So,
yeah.
but something wrong with this computer. And it's
You just had our avatars. That would be great.
I know we could just throw those up there.
Yeah. But anyway.
But yeah, just don't make any stupid faces, because if it freezes on a stupid face, then that's gonna be what's gonna be
Post it
public for the
somewhere.
rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. But I was floored in Santa Paula, the median household or house is over $700,000.
Mhm. And it's one of the cheapest it's probably the cheapest in the county.
Right.
It's crazy.
And it's insane.
Mhm.
And now that the elections are coming up, everybody's talking about how these prices are out of control and blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, I think you're the one who created them. And now all of a sudden they're a problem. So it's like, people, this is what I don't understand. If you cause inflation, whether it be by forcing a high or a high minimum wage or whatever the case may be, it causes the products to go up, which means the people have to make more, which means that they have to increase the product prices even more to compensate for the money that they have to pay the employees more, which then means that they can no longer afford to live anymore, so it's like this vicious cycle that we create. And it's like, I think in one of our shows, we had looked back at what it was like to live in, with a $15,000 salary. But for double your salary, you could buy a home. Now it's like 10 times your salary
Yeah. Well,
in order to buy a home.
Yeah. Well, I think they said you have to make like combined over $120,000 or $130,000 just to be able to buy a home, and even that's not a lot.
No, and if you buy a home, it's still 7 or 8 times more than your annual income.
Exactly.
Whereas back in the 60s, a home was, for most people, it was double your income.
Yeah.
And so even though the money sounds like it was less back then, it didn't take a lot to be able to live. And so we just keep creating this vicious cycle where, you're just going to keep freezing on me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is a look of pondering, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're like,
No.
Yeah. So, one of the things that I think as a community, I was talking with some people about Santa Paula and, how it's like the Mayberry of California.
Yeah.
And, but with that kind of a housing price, I mean, the people in Santa Paula are pretty simple people. There's not a lot of high income.
Yeah. And part of the challenge is, like, if you look at our community, we're a commuter town. You fixing my picture while I'm talking?
Yeah, I'm fixing
Okay.
it. Yeah.
We're a commuter town, so we don't have a lot of job opportunities out here where people can work here and afford that stuff. They have to look elsewhere. So you have a lot of people that are driving to LA. You have a lot of people that are driving into the larger cities to get, higher paying jobs. And I mean, we're a small town, so that's kind of the nature of it. But, the housing prices are outgrowing what people make in our community by far. And so you have to look elsewhere.
Right.
I mean, my wife commutes almost an hour to her job in LA.
Really?
Yeah. And so, and I know a lot of people that do that. I used to do that before I started with the chamber, so there's a lot of, and just, that's the only way you can afford things now. That shouldn't be the case. We should have more industry that's closer to home, not necessarily all in Santa Paula, but in the surrounding areas too, that is affordable for people. I mean, Ventura County is like the least affordable place, I think, in the country right now.
Is it really?
That's it's right up there. And it's just, why? How did this happen? I mean, all of a sudden, when did you restart me or what?
No. Yeah.
So, but it's like, how do you fix that? It's crazy, and a lot of people that are like our small businesses here, they don't make a lot of money, but and a lot of them rent and stuff, and the rent's out of control too.
Right.
But how many of those people that started a business are going to be able to afford a home if that's kind of their first endeavor into business? Because they do it out of love and everything, but are they really going to be able to afford a home at some point?
Yeah. If it wasn't for the fact that our house, our mortgage is $1,300 a month.
Wow, that's good.
And our interest rate is I think it's 2.75% fixed.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, there would be absolutely no way I could live in this area.
Yeah. Well, same here. I mean, we've had our house for 18 years, and our mortgage is less than $2,000, and it's all fixed and everything. And it's just like, yeah, I couldn't afford a $3,000, $4,000 payment right now.
Oh yeah.
No way. I don't know how people do it. So it's
Here, you want to do this?
What?
Hey, Jonathan, you are on Listen Up Santa Paula.
Howdy, sailor. What's that?
I got you on the radio, so be careful what you say. Well, if we can't get you one way, we'll get you another way.
Wow. Why did you decide to call? Wow.
You got your VIP there?
We got, my VIP is frozen in time. For whatever reason, our cameras keeps freezing on them. But so what's new and exciting in the city?
Well, we're talking a lot over here about the Harvard Boulevard celebration that's coming up. So we're really excited about that. I know the community is excited to drive on Harvard Boulevard, but we want to make it official. So we're having a ribbon cutting ceremony on the 31st of August, and it's going to be at Bunn & Chevrolet. And we're going to have all kinds of goodies there, food, different vendors, music. City council is going to be out there. We're going to be giving away some little memorabilia to commemorate the big day. So we're looking forward to having a bunch of people join us.
Very cool. When is it taking place?
August 31st, and it's going to be at Bunn & Chevrolet in the morning from 10 a.m. until 12:30.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for that report, and I'll call you when we're done.
I'm still waiting for my invite for that event. So yeah.
Oh, for the event?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I better update that. Okay, I'll do that. Call me afterwards about the video because the VC Star's calling me.
Oh, you got it. And should I tell John that maybe he wasn't invited to the event?
No. He is. You know, it's just
I wasn't mentioned on when it's
like typical.
Yeah. So I think my invite was pulled or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'll break the news to him gently. All right. I'll call you after.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Wow. Special guest.
Yeah. We'll get him on one way or another.
Yeah.
So
invite him for a show.
Yeah.
We'll get him here.
He doesn't need an invite. He knows when it happens.
I know, but he likes to be pampered.
Oh, okay.
So
we'll get him. Yeah, we'll get him. We'll have some water and some cheese and crackers for him.
Good man. Yeah, we were gonna. That was kind of on the agenda to talk about too. Was the Harvard opening. So, like you said, it's going from 10 to 12:30. We got a lot of vendors that are going to be out there. Bunn & Chevrolet's been generous as far as letting us use the facility, and they're going to bring in some food and refreshments for everyone. We'll have some elected officials there, like council members and some of our county people as well. You switch cameras on me or what? Okay. And then we're going to do the ribbon cutting, which we're trying to figure out how we can shut the street down for like 2 minutes, pull a ribbon across the entire street, snap a picture, cut the ribbon, and call it good.
Is there a crosswalk sign there?
There is no. So it's not close enough to like a signal light or something, because I want to do that James Corden thing that he used to do with his sidewalk. What was it? The musicals? Yeah. So, but we can. There's an area that I think that we can do it where we can just block it temporarily with a couple police cars, and literally it's like 2 minutes, and everybody kind of hauls their way out there. We just do the count, cut the ribbon, and call it good, and then so traffic will be held for maybe 2 minutes.
I'll put out some school park street attendance things with their stop signs.
Yeah, they're great.
They'll stop traffic.
Oh yeah. So but anyway, so that's kind of what's going on the 31st. That's going to be a great event. I mean, you see how Harvard is, and I'm pretty sure they're completely done with everything now. So they were doing some last minute touch ups and stuff, but it looks good. I mean, there was that comparison video that we were you were working on. It's amazing how the difference in what it looks like.
I was telling Jonathan that the first version that I did in 2022 or whatever it was is kind of jerky as you're watching through it, and so we kind of concluded that okay, it's because the roads were so rough and there's so many potholes, you're getting bounced all over the place, because the new video is nice and smooth.
Go with it. There you go.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers the potholes anymore.
No, I know. Yeah. But I used a different flight technology or flight software.
Yeah.
And so the follow me was much smoother on this last one than on the first one. But it makes perfect sense that the first one should be all bouncy and jerky.
And you look, it was basically ended up being like a 2-year project. And I mean, it was a lot of work, a lot of infrastructure. They had to tear everything out, replace 100-year-old infrastructure, and they discovered other things and they fixed it. So it took a little longer than they anticipated, but I mean, the results, what they did now is going to last for a long time.
So here's the crazy thing. I can't believe 2 years went by.
Isn't that crazy? I know. I remember when they started the project. I was like,
it doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
I know. Time flies. I mean, look, we're already getting towards the end of August,
I know, we're both hitting 60 pretty soon.
I know, the clock's ticking right now. So
it's just crazy.
Yeah, time goes by so fast for everyone right now. But we're already talking holiday mode, getting there. So
Well, let's wrap up with some things that are going on because this computer and these cameras are not behaving. So I don't think people want to just look at my ugly puss. So
I tell you, we need avatars.
Yep.
So anyway, so we got a couple things coming up besides the ribbon cutting for that. We have National Night Out for the police department and the POA. That is next Friday, the 23rd, and that'll be from 5:30 to 8 o'clock at Veterans Park. There's going to be a canine demonstration. There'll be some booths, some games, all that stuff. But just come out and meet the officers. And we've got a great new group of officers, and they want to kind of get to know the community. And here's your opportunity. And there'll be some stuff to give away, and just come and have a good time. So, and then on the same night though, the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall is having their Historias de Santa Paula, their annual awards dinner. And what they do is they honor several people in the community that do great work in our community. So it's their 27th annual, and it's at Palazzo Event Center. And tickets.
So kind of like the Chamber Awards.
Exactly. So tickets are $100, and you can. The link for it, they have a QR code, so I don't really have the email address. But if you go on their social media page, on their Santa Paula Latino Town Hall social media page, it's right there, and you can click on it and buy tickets. So, but it supports a great organization that does a lot of great work in the community. So yeah, so if you have an opportunity, you want to go honors several of our citizens that have done great work. Yeah, it's a great night, and Palazzo Center is a great event place.
Yes, it is.
Also, we have on get this right, September 13th, right after the holidays, the Boys and Girls Club are having a happy hour. It's their annual happy hour. It's a fundraiser, and a lot of the proceeds that we get goes back into providing kids programs and paying for the kids to be there. So it's going to be held at Otto and Sons Nursery, and that's at 1835 Giberson Road in Fillmore. It runs from 4 to 7 p.m. Tickets are $50. It includes food tasting and drinks, and we're going to have a lot of I'm on the Boys and Girls board, so I'll say we're having but we're going to have a lot of local restaurants are going to be there, and I think like Red Engine Brewery out in Fillmore, they're going to provide some tastings of their stuff. So a couple El Capricho is going to be there from Santa Paula. R&Q Barbecue, that's at Bunn and Chevrolet in Fillmore. So several other restaurants are going to participate too, but it's a really good time. And if you haven't been to Otto and Sons Nursery, the grounds are beautiful and stuff. So it's $50. You can buy tickets at the door. You can go to the Boys and Girls Club of Santa Clara Valley Rep website, and then there's a link for tickets as well. And they're going to have music by Wano and Friends, Santa Paula Band. So they're going to be out there providing some music too. So,
and we had them at the Citrus Music Festival, and they did a beautiful job.
Yeah, exactly. So we're trying to just help support our locals as best we can. And Jan Marholland and her staff at the Boys and Girls Club, they do a fantastic job, and they put on a lot of fun events. So that's.
I do every year. I do a magic show at each of the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Yeah,
and the staff are awesome.
Yeah, and the Boys and Girls Club of Santa Clara Valley, we have clubs in Santa Paula. There's 2 in Fillmore, and then there's 1 club in Piru. So it's a big territory that they cover, and the staff is great, and a lot of them are young, up and coming, just starting their careers, and they get to experience, working as a nonprofit and working with the youth, and it helps build their leadership skills for the future. And a lot of them have moved on into larger roles with bigger companies and stuff. And so,
yeah, and they rule with an iron fist.
Oh yeah, you got to keep kids in line, So I mean, they love the kids. They do a great job, but it's like I don't want to say it's like military, but I mean, but they just they understand how to connect with the kids. And it's great to watch. I could never do that.
I was doing the Santa Paula one, and and normally I try to do some things to kind of get the kids a little wound up, kind of excited, and they were just sitting there so quiet. And I'm like, I didn't know what to do. Yeah. I'm like, normally I have to tell you guys, shh.
No, they do a great job. All the whole staff there, and they all love the kids, and so they all do a great job. And And so, but it's a great time. If you have never experienced a Boys and Girls Club event, you got to do it. It's your $50 is going to a great cause, and it's they're a huge support system for our community, for our kids. I mean, I went there as a kid, so a lot of us have gone to those type of clubs and stuff. So,
Right.
But yeah, so please come out to that one. That's going to be a fun event. So, and then next week we should have it finalized, but we're going to have a meeting at Gather and Play downtown on Thursday, the 22nd. We're going to do a kind of an informal kind of meeting to discuss the holidays, Christmas, go figure, and talk about possibilities of decorating ideas and kind of a theme. What would a theme be for our community? We've always had like Shop Santa Paula, and just understand what kind of materials we need to get for the community, kind of get that same message out. So we're trying to put it together. We're hoping that we get it all situated before next Thursday, but it's kind of more of an informal, but we want feedback from the community, what they would like to see. And hopefully we can pull resources together, and it's very cost effective for our businesses as well. So we're saying the same message and stuff.
Cool.
Then we also, one last thing, we are going to have what's called the Best of the Heritage Valley. That's coming up. Look for it to kick off on the possibly next the 20th will be the official nominating period. If you want to get some nominate a restaurant, nominate the House of Magic as the best magic shop in Santa Paula or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's a nomination period for about a week, and then we kick it off the following week. So we'll kick it off during the holiday week. So
Nice.
we're finalizing everything this week, so look for some information coming out soon on that as well.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah. So
All right.
even without my photo, I'm still,
You're still here.
still here. I'm still being as productive as I can.
I should have just went like this and went,
Just go back and forth.
there you go.
Yeah, you need to.
And then
need to fix my camera.
it's me. It's him.
Is it the camera?
It's me. Yeah.
Okay. So
It's actually the computer.
all right. Well,
So the computer's USBs are misbehaving. But anyway, let's wrap that up.
Mhm.
And I will bring up this so you don't have to look at me anymore either.
Okay.
And we will see you all next week.
yeah. We'll talk a little
Early or later?
probably a little bit later on the afternoon, but we'll talk a little bit about the elections, and we got a couple things coming up that so stay tuned.
All right. We'll see y'all next week.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.